Hi, welcome to today's episode. In this channel, we teach things that are very beneficial to you. So on today's episode, you'll be learning everything about cake pan size, cake layers, and cake step. As a beginner, these are very important. Now, some of the intermediates and masters do not even know this, but here I'll be exposing you to very important thing. Now, there is something very important to note in pan. Take for instance this pan you're looking at right now. You can see that the roundness is not the same. Okay, so while measuring, you remove some inch, because if you measure it now, looking at this pan now, you'll see that it's a 6 inches pan, but now it is not, because they gave some inches away in the pan. Okay, now let's measure. There are important things to note in measuring your cake pan. The first important thing is you measure the back of your pan, like the way we are doing now. Looking at this, you can see that it is 6 inches. Okay, so this pan is a 6 inches pan. Now, when you use your measurement tape to measure again, you would see now this one is almost 7 inches. It's not up to 7, but it's just like few to 7 inches, right? So this is how to measure and know your cake pan. So we have 6 inches pan, we have 7 inches pan, we have 7.5, like this one now. This one is 7.5. We have 8 inches pan, we have 9 inches pan, we have 10 inches pan, and etc. Now, you might ask, why does knowing the cake pan size very important? It is important because it helps you to know the quantity of cake you need to make. For instance, if you want to make a 250 gram of cake, now when I say 250 gram, you should understand that I mean your butter. Okay, now when you're making a 250 gram of cake, you should know if you would use 6 inches pan or 7 inches pan. Of course, 7 inches pan is very good for 250 gram because it will be bigger than 6 inches pan, right? So knowing this would help you know the pan to use to make a particular set of cake. Now, secondly, it is very professional to tell your client that this cake would require, let's take for instance 2 layers 6 inches or 2 layers 7 inches. When you sound like this, your client knows you know what you're doing. Okay, another reason why you should know your cake pan size is when a client sends a cake sample for you to make. Looking at the cake, you already know that this is a 6 inches, this is a 7 inches, this is a 8 inches. Now you already know what an 8 inches pan batter it would consume, right? So these and many other reasons are the reasons why knowing the size of cake is very important. I hope you've learned that. Now let's go into cake layering. You know, most persons mistake cake layering to steps. They'll tell you that this is a 2-step. Now this is what cake layering is. We have 2 layers of cake. Let's assume this pan is a cake. Now there are 2 pan there, right? Now those are 2 layers. Now looking at it now, it is a 3 layer. What is cake layering? This is different steps of the same cake size. Now this cake pan size is 6 inches pan, but we have 3 layers of 6 inches. Now combined together gives you 1 step. Okay, so now when a client tells you I want a tall cake, you can professionally tell the client that, do you mean 6 inches 4 layers or 6 inches 5 layers? Now let's look at this one. This is 7 inches pan and it is a 3 layer, not 3 step. Do you get it now? So meaning that you're baking the same inches of cake in the same pan. Do you get? You'll now layer it accordingly. Now in layering a cake, you can use a buttercream, you can use a whipped We also cream. Use cake fillings to layer a cake, right? Now, if you're placing this one on top of this one, this is what you call 2 steps of cake. Now, categorically, we can say that this is 2 steps of 6 inches 3 layers and 7 inches 3 layers. Do you understand now? Do you understand? So knowing this helps you to cost a cake effectively, because if you don't know the sizes of pan and cake layering, how do you intend to achieve a very good costing? Now, looking at this cake now, we use 7.5 inches cake pan, 2 layers and 3 layers of 6 inches cake pan. So you are safe to call this a 2-step cake. Right? If this tutorial is helpful, please like my video, share and comment so that we'll do more interesting videos. And don't forget to drop your comments in the comment section, and if you have anything you would want me to teach you, feel free to let us know. Now let's go back to our training. This is a 10-inch round pan, okay, 2 layers 10-inch round pan, now followed by 3 layer 7 inches round pan. Now remember, we have square pan, we have round pan, we have trapezium pan. In fact, for every shapes we have pans for every shapes, same as every number, we have pans for every number. So I'll be doing a 3-step cake. The base is a 2 layer 10 inches pan, followed by 2 layer 8 inches pan, followed by 3 layers 7 inches pan. This is what we mean by steps and layering. Do you understand? So if you like and enjoy this video, please give us a thumbs up, comment, like, share, and I can't wait to see your comment sections and know that you love what we do. And remember, if you have anything you would want us to teach you, please don't hesitate to drop in the comment section while we teach you that, because our goal is to help you in things that you really need. Now, this tips is very good for a beginner, and I hope that when a client sends a cake sample, you won't be, scared or afraid of the cake size, or looking for someone to ask, please, what size of cake is this? What am I going to do? Please watch this video, watch again, share to your friends, share to your family, share to that beginner baker, and thank me later. Bye.